Elijah, I actually feel your style. Your
Thanks,
style's actually
thanks.
dope. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
What the last song that played? What was it called?
Awesome God.
Awesome God.
Yeah.
And who was on the track with you?
Jim Watts.
Jim Watts.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Thank you, thank you.
That was dope. As in, it's rare to hear, your kind of style playing on the airwaves a lot.
Yeah. They don't do that.
It's rare.
Yeah.
Not, I can't say all, some, but it's rare to hear your kind of stuff. Like, and it's really, really dope. It takes me back to a time where that music was,
When hip hop was a hip hop.
that conscious kind of like vibe, and it took me back. It was actually really dope to hear. And then you have this very unique voice.
Yeah.
Very, very unique voice. It's distinct. And then you can
you.
hear that and you'll be like, okay, that's Elijah. So,
I was actually schooling him on the Kenyan history of Kenyan hip hop and telling him how the music scene came together. A lot of people don't know. I'm telling him, a lot of people don't know at all about Kenyan music at all.
Right.
Yeah, and
Maybe
so
we should make a documentary or something.
that's what we're planning to do here at Icon. Yeah.
We'll be talking about it for some
Yeah,
time.
there's a lot of, because I was explaining to him that, like, we're talking about K-Shaka. K-Shaka is a group that came, like, you started hearing them in 98,
Right.
with Ted Josiah.
Right.
That time, in fact, originally, Ted had a studio before. Like, Ted worked with me when I was, like, 14, 15 years old.
Right.
That was in South Bean, his parents' SQ.
Yeah.
Then after that, he got a job with Sing Sound. They teamed up
Right.
with Sing Sounds. Then
Right.
Audio Vault came.
Right.
Then where he knows is from, guys love know about K-Shaka from Blue Zebra.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what happened. So it's like we talk about like K-Shaka, but there's so many guys who contributed. I was saying him like last week. I was talking to my boy Macadam,
Yeah.
and I saw a picture of his online, and then he was with Lyrical Erico
Oh Lord.
from
That's-
one to
Ooh.
Moja.
Ooh.
A lot of guys don't remember One to Moja.
That
Like,
takes us back.
remember Kina Red Sun back in the days.
We remember Lyrical Rico though.
yeah. So I was asking him, what is the guy doing now with his life?
Yeah.
Because he went for his birthday. Hapo kwa mtaa. He was like, oh, you know what?
Yeah.
The guy akona kibanda hapo, Gikosh,
Yeah.
anauza. And
Right.
the fact about it is this, a lot of the legends that we have,
Right.
people don't remember them.
Right.
Remember the ones that passed away. We talk about Isa, I don't know who, but we don't remember them.
Right.
At all. People don't remember them, by the way. And
Right.
they're the guys, some of the groups that paved the way for guys to do what they're doing in hip hop now. And that's something that we've got to remember.
But back then people used to rely on the media to get that kind of information. Back then we had Mizizi only. If
Right.
you're not on Mizizi, we didn't know about
And
you.
it's our boy who
So we needed
directed
to-
Flavian Busi.
Yeah.
So, but I liked the evolution. It was also due to our government that was there at that time,
Yeah.
and the stigmatization about guys from the hood, and those are the ones who are making music. To be very honest,
Yeah.
they're the ones who made it cool enough for now, the Isas to start coming up as well.
But that's way later,
But people even
Yeah,
forget,
it's way
it was
later.
really, like I was there at that time, it was really hard to get your music on radio. Like radio stations
too.
would not touch Kenyan music. They would not touch it. If they did, it was one or two.
Because Kenyan music would talk about the streets, what's going on in the
Yeah.
hood, and people didn't want to hear that at that time.
Yeah, and so it's like, and around 90, and then a lot of the artists were there from before, like they used to rap in English a lot of times because they were competing against what they were doing in America. So around 98, 99, that's when people started doing it local, and then now they started forming their own way of doing music. So now the people started accepting. Because even I remember Ogopa came later on, but Ogopa was like, they used to go and record. They didn't have a studio, so they used to go to these guys called Hills Media. They would record on Kulede Pro. I remember. And then it's like, how
Now
Ogopa.
you see why we call the show The Vault.
Yeah.
It's The Vault.
Yeah.
So you see even how Ogopa got artists, how they got artists, like Red Sun, Nameless, all those guys, Wahoo, all those guys.
Yeah.
Their tagline was this. They said that if you record with us, for sure, we'll get you on radio.
Yeah.
So all the artists went to Ogopa.
But
Right.
there was Samawati before then.
Samawati was there. I mean, Samawati's been there since way, way back. That's Guido and Susan Kubukosi at that time. No, she's not Kubukosi anymore.
Right.
Yeah, but that was, so even that's I remember going to a session there, and Bruce Odiambo was there. Our group was going to record.
Yeah.
And then I found K South Flavor there.
Right.
That was Doobies and Bamboo. I remember
Right.
they were in these basketball. They used to move around with Kina Samoati and Bruce. Bruce was at Johari Clef.
Yeah.
And originally Ambrose was a producer at Johari Clef. You know? And so like it's a whole transition, but then people forget Samawati, the original owners were this group, what was it called? Lyrics Musically Speaking.
Okay.
Remember? Jambriambo, those guys. That group. Yeah? So Susanna was one of those, she was one of the members.
Right.
You know, and then they were able to put that studio together. And so they were about promoting they were about promoting local talent, they were about African music.
Right.
You know, and that's even when Ted Rusai was in a group, Hard Ministries.
Right.
That's where him, Ted, Salio Yugi, Esther, that's where they used to go and record.
Essentially, just a lot of history that people don't know about it. It's about time we put it out.
Yeah.
Because we remember, but then it needs to be archived, it needs to be documented.
And there's no one that's archiving. I think the last person who archived anything to do with Kenyan music and wrote a book about it was Taboo.
Right.
Yeah. Get the
I
book.
saw that documentary. They were talking about funk music and Florida 2000.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of history. But before we continue, I have to give a big shout out to guys who are listening. Angel says, keeping it locked, classic jam, good stuff, Malji. I'm guessing she's talking about that one here, Tanzania. Even me, I've been at it a long time.
It's always about Malji.
Plenty, Mikasi. Hey, man, that taking me back.
That was a classic.
Ah, that took me back. Yeah, I think that's what Calligraph Jones was talking about when you're saying you want Bongo to come back. That's what we're talking about.
And Bongo Flavor is dead.
I'm not getting into that anymore. Then we have Miriam Mutonga says 10 fingers in the air.
Yeah.
Suki Ya Africa says this guy has a serious portfolio. How come we don't know him?
Now they know.
Now they know, but there are those who, and I saw yesterday when you put out the post, you have a fan base. You have a good fan base, to be very honest.
Yeah.
Guys who appreciate you, guys who are loving on your music, and
I really appreciate them too.
And let's even now just get into your journey of trying to put yourself out there. How has that been? Because that question is, how come we don't know about him?
Been very hectic,
Okay,
especially when we didn't have social media.
right.
Yeah. I quit like a million times, came back.
Yeah.
But I came back in 2016,
Okay.
2015.
Okay.
I had to quit my job.
You had to quit your job.
Yeah. And then COVID came.
Mm-hmm.
I got myself another job.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had to quit again.
And you were quitting for the sake of music at that time.
Yeah.
Okay.